Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gashi's Kaman TV. President William Samoei Ruto yesterday met leaders from Nyadawa County, and when he took a photo session with the leaders, a number of Kenyans raised some issues. Nyadawa is the home of J.M. Kariuki, the member of Nyadawa North, who was murdered during Jomo Kenyatta's reign because of actually accusing Kenyatta of enriching just a small few while millions were suffering. He talked about a nation of 5 millionaires and 5 million beggars. And this one did not go down well with the powers that be. Again, when I look at Nyadawa, I remember, I'm not sure whether it's 1993 or 1994, or thereabout, when Daniel Toroitich Armoy tried to bring an MP through Kanu because an MP had died and there was a by-election in Kipipiri constituency. Na Moi alikula pilipili kali because Mwagi Githiomi trounced the Kanu man. And now we have Senator Medho, who is actually seems to be reading the opposition when Rigathi Gachagua is absent. Just at that 4 years, the man is making headlines. At that 4, the man is doing so much. And when I look at him, I see now, because of his influence, Nyadawa is coming out to be the epicenter of opposition politics in Mount Kenya. What we are seeing in Nyadawa is not being seen in Murang'a. It is not being seen in Nyeri or Kiambu or Kirinyaga. But the politics that are taking place in Nyadawa are worth talking about because there seems to be a shift from other counties to Nyadawa. I remember even during the demonstrations, 2024, 2025, Saba, Nyadawa actively participated and a number of Kenyans died through those demonstrations because the youth were up in arms. And I remember people complaining about the destruction of properties, businesses, and so on and so forth. So what is this that is in Nyadawa that is turning the county to be the hotbed of opposition politics? Number one, in my view, is poor road networks. When you look at the infrastructure in Nyadawa County, you agree with me that there are no roads. When you look at it from time memorial, you agree with me that successive governments from Kenyatta all the way to William Samoei Ruto have neglected this county. And this county is now rising. This county is now coming out to claim its share. When you compare Nyadawa County, you compare it to Murang'a, you compare it to Kiambu, to Nyeri, you agree with me that this county has been left behind. This is the only county that doesn't have a university. I think they are trying to turn silent secondary school into university, but when you look at it, they don't have a university unlike other counties. So you can see there is a kind of neglect. And number two is the level of poverty in Nyadawa County. The level of poverty is alarming. Just looking at the people, you see people who are well fed because there's plenty of food. But these people do not have money. These people are poor. They are poor not just because they have chosen to be poor. They are poor because even when they grow these crops, there is no market for their produce. Because of the poor road networks, food actually rot in the farm. The after harvest loss is massive. When I visited that county last week, I noted cabbages, huge tracts of shaba with cabbages, beautiful cabbages in the garden, And when these people are telling us that they have nowhere to sell these cabbages, then you would wonder why this county cannot be the hotbed of opposition politics. Because they work very hard, but they don't have anywhere to take these products. Number two, my view is because when you look at it, I think you see a number of places without hospitals. Which are these hospitals in Nyadawa County that I was talking about? Where are they? Where are they? When you look at Olokalau, there is JM Hospital. But that hospital, when you look at it, it doesn't seem to serve the people well. When you look at that hospital, it look like just something that has been abandoned somewhere. When you look at the towns that are there, you see that there's nothing you can say that connect them well with any good infrastructure. But now with this idea of social amenities like now hospitals, you see they don't have. There's nothing worth talking about. Go to kindergarten, the same. You go to any part of that county, and what meets you is just water and poor roads and animals, fat cows, donkeys, and what have you. But there is nothing worth talking about. So when you see now Gachagua, anytime Gachagua goes to that county, anytime leaders go to that county, you see a lot of expectation. People, because you see, I think these people have a lot of trust in Gachagua, and that is why Gachagua has been going there many times. And any politician who want to actually sing one term, the best place to go is Nyadawa County. And I'm looking at these leaders who went to State House, and when they were dining, because you could see them dining there with the president, you wonder whether they remember where they come from. You wonder whether they remember the many promises that were promised by UDA, the way they were told the roads from where would be tarmacked, and the way the contractors would be called only to leave the site the following day. And again, when you look at the electricity connectivity, it is poor all the way. When you look at many homesteads, there are no electricities. It is something not very, very encouraging. At this time, at this century, you won't find such counties with which are actually very near Nairobi, because it borders Kiambu. On the other side, it borders Nyeri. And Nairobi is just so near. I remember one time I was living around Mariko, and I could see people actually bringing milk from Nyandarua, milk that the cows were milked in the morning, and then the same morning we would actually drink that milk from Kinagop, and it was very, very delicious. But now when you see these things going or rotting in the farm because of poor management, poor governance, then you agree with me why this county is turning out to be the epicenter, the bedrock of opposition politics in Kenya. What do you think? Maybe you come from those regions, you have been there. Maybe you can tell us your experience with the kind of schools we have there, the kind of hospitals there, the road, electricity, and when you see it, you see the governor. I don't know what he has done, but I would wish to know those people who actually understand the working of the county government to give their take on this. This is Gracious Government TV, the Tourist Man Black Africa. Till next time, bye-bye.